Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, and for all my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. I appreciate you a lot. So today we'll be looking at the major headlines from the Guardian newspaper, and today we have a major headline that says Obasanjo spent $16 billion to generate darkness in Nigeria. That's coming from the presidency. Um, Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has been very critical of the present government, and the present government is hitting back. They are saying that Obasanjo spent $16 billion to generate darkness in Nigeria. They're hitting the president, the ex-president, for failure to achieve the power goals that his administration set, um, and for the fact that Nigeria is still wallowing in darkness without adequate power after spending $16 billion during his regime. So that's the major story on the Guardian newspaper today. Let's see what other headlines that we have on the Guardian newspaper. We have a story that says tax reform bills not targeted at any region. That's coming from the presidency. The presidency has a tax reform bill, and some people are saying that the bill targets the region, but the presidency has come out to say that the tax bill doesn't target any region in particular. Then we have a story here that says unassessed UB matching grants hit 135 billion naira as 34 states shun funds. Then on the left hand corner, we have a story here that says leveraging shared history, Nigeria, India to expand $7 billion trade ties. The Indian Prime Minister Modi is visiting Nigeria, and he's visiting Tinubu in Asu Rock. And so, while visiting Tinubu, they have agreed to increase trade ties between both countries. So that is the Indian Prime Minister Modi and the Nigerian President Tinubu shaking hands right there. Then what other? So we have a story here that says Aiyedatiwa retains seat as Tinubu tells PDP others to go to court. Aiyedatiwa is the current governor of Ondo State. He recontested for the position. He just concluded polls in Ondo State, and INEC declared him winner. And the president Tinubu, who is from the same party as Aiyedatiwa, is asking PDP and others to go to court if they are not satisfied with the results of the election. So that is coming from the presidency. That's coming from Tinubu. Is asking PDP to go to court. Then we have what else we have? We have a story here that says Enugu University appoints acting vice chancellor. Then we have a story here that says you conducted Nigeria's worst elections. Yoruba youths tackle Obasanjo. Former President Obasanjo, like I have said before, is critical of this government because of the just concluded polls in Ondo State, where the APC governor retained his position and was re-elected as governor. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has called for the sack of the current chairman of INEC, Mahmood, and he has said that the former INEC, the current INEC chairman should be sacked because he believes that the elections were not free and fair. And so, after he made that statement, some Nigerian youths are coming to tackle him that during his administration, he had worst elections conducted during his administration, and that they are saying that he doesn't have the moral grounds, he doesn't have the moral standing to be criticizing the elections that were conducted in Ondo State. And the elections that have been conducted so far, they say he doesn't have the moral rights because during his administration they did worse. So that is the basis for this story. On the right hand part of the screen, you conducted Nigeria's worst elections. Yoruba youths tackle Obasanjo. So honestly, they have a point. During Obasanjo's era, we had worse elections. We had worse elections. I think that Obasanjo should have done better during his time. He had the opportunity, he had the privilege to have made things better, but he sadly did not. He sadly did not. And I think we are suffering. We are suffering the consequences of Obasanjo failing to do things that were right in his administration. Things have gone from bad to worse now, and he's now criticizing, things, and people are saying that, come, you had the opportunity, why didn't you do it in your time? So that is it for that story. Let's see what other stories we have. We have a headline here that says ATBU lecturer in court over alleged harassment of a master student. Uh, then what other story do we have? We have a story here that says Group hails INEC on logistics, deployment of staff for Ondo election. Uh, so those are the major stories on the Guardian newspaper. We have another story here that says Lagos forces plotting to colonize North, says Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso is a former governor of Kano State, and he was the presidential candidate of the NNPP in the just concluded 2023 presidential elections. He's saying that Lagos forces are plotting to colonize the North. Kwankwaso came in fourth position in the concluded elections, and now he's looking for ways to partner with people who give him a shot at the presidency again in 2027. So now he's saying that Lagos forces are plotting to colonize the North. I think that's the major story that we should take a look at. Let's see what that story is saying. Let's see what Kwankwaso is saying in that story. Let's see what Kwankwaso is saying. That Lagos forces are plotting to colonize the North. Kwankwaso is the leader of the Kwankwasia movement, a very strong political movement in Kano State. Very strong movement in Kano State. So let's see what he's saying here. Let's see. So they say so he says the presidential candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party in 2023 elections, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has alleged that some Lagos forces plan to colonize northern Nigeria. Kwankwaso, former governor of Kano State, also alleged that Lagos is playing a role in the issues bedeviling the Kano Emirate. He made this known during the convocation ceremony of Skyline University. As we all know, Kano has been having emirate issues. Before now, the former governor of Kano State broke the emirates in Kano. The emirate in Kano broke them into several parts. He had issues with the emir, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, and he dethroned the emir and he broke the emirate into several parts. But now, with the coming of the new governor, the new NNPP governor in Kano State, the new NNPP governor, he reunited the emirates together and brought back Sanusi Lamido Sanusi as the emir. And so Kwankwaso is saying that all those things that are happening is Lagos forces trying to colonize the North, trying to destabilize the North, trying to divide the North in order to rule the North. Politicians like to play divide and rule. So that's what Kwankwaso is alleging in this story. I do not know if you guys agree. Let me know what you think of what Kwankwaso is alleging in the comment section. I will be reading comments. So that is it for that story. Let's see other stories on the front page of The Guardian today. Let's look at that major story about Obasanjo, the former Nigerian president. Let's see what that story is saying. And let's see what the presidency is saying to the former president, um, because the former president is fond of criticizing, and so we know that the presidency takes seriously whatever the former president says, and so they felt that they needed to respond, and they have responded. So this is the story. It says special advisor to the president on public communications and orientation has stamped former President Olusegun Obasanjo, alleging that he has tremendous capacity from his chief. He said Obasanjo forget that he ran a presidency on record as the most corrupt. This was after Obasanjo, while making a presentation at Chunachibi Leadership Forum, Yale University in the US, described the 2023 general elections won by Tinubu as a travesty. Well, we all know that the 2023 presidential elections, the results were not what the people were expecting, and we knew what happened with INEC and the server and all the things that happened. So the criticism by Obasanjo, in my opinion, is in order. The elections were, in my opinion, far from free and fair, and Obasanjo has every right to criticize that election. But the presidency, they are not taking what Obasanjo has said likely, and that's why they have come for him, and that's why they have said that, oh, during his time, he spent $16 billion, and we can't there's no result for the $16 billion that was spent during his time. That's what the presidency is saying. Well, they are right. Obasanjo actually spent this money, and today we are still struggling with power in Nigeria. It's a sad situation. It's very sad, but that's the state of things in Nigeria right now. But does that mean that Obasanjo does not have a right to criticize the presidency and have a right to see what is wrong and what's going wrong because he failed? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And that will be it from the Guardian newspaper today. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and I'll see my next video. Until then, bye bye. Stay blessed.